Hey, how's it going? I know this is not the usual way that we normally start this podcast, but we are making some improvements with audio and everything. So, unfortunately, the beginning uh, did not come out the way that I wanted it to, audio wise. So, I'll just go ahead and I'm going to just cut that part out. But if you want to support, like and subscribe. If you want to know more about what we're doing, other podcasts that we're working on and are already out, there will be a link in the description that will take you to a website that has everything that we're doing, from the music that UHG does to the clothing line that the Glory Factory does. That is how we are able to do all of this, is through the support of all of those avenues coming together to create what you guys see every week. So like, subscribe. Like I said, there will be other podcasts that we are working on. The Bible study that me and my wife do will be starting back up pretty soon. So, I would appreciate everything that you guys do by tuning in and listening to us rants and, share our opinions, So we go jump right into it. It's going to basically go right into the video that we're going to comment on first, and then it's going to jump into, our commentary. But yeah, let's enjoy.
Yo, welcome to the realest in the game, no disguise. Breaking down the truth, see it clear with no lies. Church ain't a building, faith ain't a show. We call it how it is, let the Holy Spirit flow. No cap, no fluff, we speak what's real. Breaking all the chains, yeah, faith is the deal. If you're tired of the fake, tired of the script, then buckle up, fam, this is No Filter Christians. Yeah.
This is my take on secular music. You are never going to not be listening to it. Just like light and dark and flesh and spirit and God and everything else, there is no in between. It's either secular or not secular. Non-secular music is music that is just dedicated to worshiping God. Everything else is considered secular. You cleaning up on Sundays and listening to all the oldies, secular. When you watching Disney with your kids and you're listening to all the little Disney songs, secular. When you're listening to your sweet little country love songs, secular. When it's the holidays and you're listening to your Christmas music, secular. No in between. It's either secular or it's not. And as a Christian, I'm saying I'm always going to be listening to secular music in some form or fashion. What matters is, and this is the part that for whatever reason, a lot of people like to miss the mark on, it's about your heart posture. If you know you are dealing with a lustful heart, you praying for deliverance and to be more pure, you out here listening to songs that's telling you to bust it wide open and be on demon time and suck it, what makes you think that's okay? If you know you got an angry heart and you out here listening to songs that are promoting hate and anger and killing people, what makes you think that's okay? Stop condemning people about secular music. Everybody's going to have individual convictions about it. At the end of the day, you don't want to be consuming anything that is going to push you towards making decisions out of your flesh and not your spirit. Absolutely, I have been convicted over certain artists and songs. But that's with everything in life, y'all. You should be practicing discernment in every single area of your life.
And I was looking up the scripture for the Bible. It says it's not what goes into a man that defiles him, but what comes out of it that defiles him. So it's your interpretation or your actions of that music and stuff. Like, you can't always blame, oh, the music made me do it, or the like, going back to the devil made me do it and stuff. Like, we use that as a cop out to do whatever it is that we doing and stuff. So I feel like you just gotta know who you are and what you can take. It's like, even inside church, if you know you have flirtatious spirit, maybe evangelizing maybe not be your calling to be out there doing outreach and stuff. Like, maybe that's not what you need to be at right now and stuff. So I feel like it goes hand in hand with that. Like, if If like she said, if you know that this certain song makes you want to pick up a bottle, maybe you shouldn't be listening to Lil Jon shots at the bar and stuff, and or Love in This Club, or you know what I mean, or these type of songs and everything. But if I'm cleaning, I throw some jazz on, or I throw some old school music on, some Luther, some Babyface, some Brian McKnight, whatever I'm in the mood to clean up in. Cause I'm not always in a shouting. I'm not always in a shouting mood. Like, it's good. I love my gospel music and stuff. I play my gospel music, but every now and again, yes, I'm throwing this on and stuff. And then as an artist point of view, I try to stay somewhat connected to hip hop, even though I don't like none of hip hop. But I try to stay connected with it, because how can I write something to combat if I'm outdated to what it is that they listening to?
Right.
But that's my calling. That's my lane. That's my job. I can't expect that to be your thing or her thing and stuff. They might not be able to handle listening to The Baby or listening to Cardi B and just listening to it as, okay, this is what they out here doing. Now, I'm not going back in the studio and be like, okay, I need to make a Cardi B record. But as far as what she's saying and what they doing out here, and what's that's gravitating the youth, that's what I have to listen for. It's just like in sports. We go back, once we play a game, you win or lose, you go back and look at film. You look at film, and then you looking at it, and you looking at, okay, what did I do wrong at this point? What did I do right? What can I improve? Boom, boom, boom. So as far as that go, I feel like it's just about your spirit man and stuff. Like, can you handle this music without it overtaking you and stuff? Like how they say hip hop is the reason why this, that, and the third is happening in the youth. Because it's drill music. That's why these kids want to kill each other. And that's why all these little gangs popping up and everything else. Then maybe that's, you know what I mean? Now you got to reevaluate your household. Okay, maybe this is not what should be getting played in my household. Because I don't want them to feel like they name dropping on who they killing and stuff. This is cool for you to be repeating.
Right.
And stuff. And like, you can repeat it and thinking it's a song, but then you don't know if this her family member that's sitting next to you, and you up here repeating this dude lyrics. You don't even know what's going on, type stuff. So I just feel like saying secular is just, it's too vast of it, because like she said, anything that's not gospel and not glorifying God is going to be considered secular music.
Right.
And stuff. And the Michelin Man jingle, I can't sing it.
Man, yeah. I was, yeah.
O'Reilly's auto part. I'm going to hell.
And none of that.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like it's just too vast for you to just throw everything into that one being.
Yeah.
I heard somebody break it down into 3 categories. They said there's like gospel and Christian, then they said there's secular, and then they said there's worldly. And I had never heard of that before. So I guess like they was putting like worldly is like the music that's like kill people, lustful, that type of stuff. Secular is the in
like
between.
the old McDonald.
Yeah,
and,
like
okay.
you know, and then of course gospel is gospel.
I think they need another category.
What would that be?
I don't like the word secular.
Why? What's wrong with secular?
Secular makes it seem like it's something you should be listening. It's like, I feel like that's
enticing
equal to the world. Like, I feel like secular should be the world.
Oh, I see what you're saying
Right.
for the other songs.
Right,
Okay,
and then there
okay.
should be another category that's in between. That
It's just
isn't-
music.
Right.
It's
It's
just
just music.
You know,
Yeah.
because I feel like the word secular,
Like how they got jingles.
secular to me just hits in a negative way. Like, all right, that's
Like,
music. I should
because
listen.
sex is in it.
I don't know. It's just the way it
It's
sounds.
just tickle your ear.
It
like,
sounds wrong. Like, I should, you know, man. It sounds
It's a sex circle. That's why you don't like it. It's a sex circle. You don't like it.
You know?
Is
Where
it
are
that?
we going? Where are we going?
Is that why you don't like it?
I don't know,
What
man.
about the word?
I don't know. It tickles my Christianity in a negative way. Like, nah,
we-
man, I don't like that.
Not tickle.
Spider-Man tingle
You know what I'm
music.
saying? It's like when people hear the word moist. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that.
And you know I don't like it either, so I don't know why you would say it.
Because that's how I feel when secular. It's like,
Secular.
yeah, I don't know.
I feel you like it should be a different. It definitely should be a bunch of different tiers.
Like, you know what I'm
Of it.
saying? Like, I understand, like, it's two worlds. You have our worlds and you have the spiritual world. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's either this or that.
So
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in the scale, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether, you know, I don't want to say like it's a gray zone. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, some music are just like, it's just like music.
yeah.
Right?
So,
You know, unless you want
Let
to
me
dive
ask you this then: if what would be the
What's
difference?
going on?
I don't want to forget my thought.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just don't want to forget my thought.
Go
So,
ahead.
no, you finish.
No, go ahead.
I've been like this though. You
know.
finished.
Larry, get it out.
I just didn't want to forget it, so I just had to keep it up so I wouldn't forget it. If I drop it down, I might forget. No, so I do want to say, because he stated something about like don't let it overtake you. And I will say, like, that is a slippery slope, at least for me and my walk, because I have realized that I can be like listening to gospel, like nothing but gospel. Then all of a sudden, okay, I want to hear this. And now I'm listening to this a little bit more. Oh, now I want to hear the radio show on my way to work when I really should be listening to my Bible. Like, I almost, like, for me, I notice a slippery slope when I do tend to listen to music that is not uplifting God. So I get what she's saying about, like, discerning, because it can overtake you. And you won't even know it, though, either. And not that it's even doing anything negative, but I'm not spending time. Like, I'm not putting the right stuff in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And soon it will overtake me, and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to forget that.
Because I take it once, you know what I'm saying? Because every once in a while that black song pop in my head.
Your brother Black?
No, that black on black cause of black
Oh,
cause. And it's I like
I thought you were talking about your brother's song.
and then that trickles, and next you know I'm listening to party like Rockstar after party like Rockstar. Now is blood, because that beat just smacks, and it's a whole little ripple effect. Now I'm in a whole other playlist of nothing but worldly songs.
It's some worldly ones, though, I just won't listen to. It's one, like, the kids sometimes we want to listen to the radio. And every time it come on, I hate that song. I just killed my ex or something. Oh my God, I hate that song with a passion. As soon as it come on, no, I cannot stand that song.
Because they will put some crazy stuff in
Some
the song
crazy
and
stuff,
sing it
and
real
these kids be
pretty.
singing
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, dude. And they really be singing these lyrics.
Right.
Then be out here killing people and don't even know why. What you say? The devil made me do it. Music made me do it. I just killed my ex.
Yeah. Because my favorite music was a good R&B breakup song. I would sing you a
When
good
a woman
R&B.
sped up, listen, and then that just going
No,
on.
I'm over here mad at him for no reason. We're not even in a bad place. I just start listening to
Listen.
some crazy music.
Not gonna cry, Mary J. Blige. Just keep on.
So I for
Listen.
sure get where you're coming from. That's why I
Yeah, it changes your once you let it in, it changes it. Yeah.
But, yeah, and that might not be everybody's conviction. Or
Yeah,
whatever, so.
exactly. Not everybody. I just know for me,
Yeah.
I know what I can and what I can't. Oh, but I can listen to, like I said, some Disney. Oh, it's over. And I'm singing it loud. Whether I know the words or not.
Yeah. And what was you saying?
So, what would be the difference in a gospel artist making a love song than just playing a love song?
So, because you brought it up, I want to say the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think. No. Was it?
I think so.
Okay. That, you know what I'm saying, we have our own, you know, that you have people doing R&B music and stuff like that. Me personally, I don't know. I guess it never really sat right with me. Like when gospel people started like doing like love songs and stuff like that.
So that BB and CC album?
I never heard it.
But the BB and CC album wasn't.
It wasn't love songs?
It wasn't love songs.
It was love songs to God, but it just sounded like love songs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
It wasn't love songs.
That was fire.
Because I think did Deidre Haddon come out with a... Was it Deidre Haddon that came out with a...
I wouldn't be surprised. Sorry.
Somebody did a while ago.
That came out with the project or a song?
A project. Or it could have been a song. I don't know.
I know Fred Hammond has one.
I never listened to it. Because I put it in the same category, like, you know what I'm saying, when I come across, because I follow people, you know, who write books and stuff like that. And, like, there was one lady who does, like, spicy Christian fantasies. And it's like...
Really?
Can you? Right. That's what she claims she can, but God told her to.
What? What does that entail?
I was about to say, wouldn't it make you imagine? And
what's a spicy Christian?
Because that's my thing. That's the same thing I feel like when when people talk about Christian R&B music and love songs. What exactly are you talking about?
Would it be their heart though behind
the
it?
Song though. But either way it goes, I mean, you're still talking. Like, I don't know. I've never heard it. But the only thing in my mind is what the world does and what they talk about. And I'm trying to figure out, what are you talking about that makes your version...
Would you take a song like Beauty by Dru Hill, right? You take a song like Beauty by Dru Hill, and then you take that same song as... let's just say as Deidre Haddon. What makes it different? Because it's Deidre Haddon, now it's a green light?
But because that's what I'm saying. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm saying that's a clean song either way. That's what I'm just saying.
It's a clean song. Yeah, okay, it's a clean song.
And they talking about just a woman, a girl.
A one woman, yeah.
And they talking about multiple.
I mean, if you green light Deidre Haddon to do it, yeah, there should be no different. Unless, like I said, I haven't listened to like the whole category of Dru Hill or stuff like that. I don't know what else they talk about. I guess that's what they come down to. All right, what are the other songs?
So basically, the content of each song,
right? Because you know what I'm saying. You take Maverick City and the fact that they did a song with what was it, Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't know.
Or the Gorilla Girl.
Yeah.
Maybe Glow.
I think it was Glow.
Gorilla. So, you know, you take that, like, you do one song out of your whole track that's positive with another Christian artist, but the rest of your album is, what are we talking about?
But in this day and age, you have a playlist. So I'm saying you pick out songs. You don't usually go album.
Right.
When you're doing like an R&B playlist. You don't go album. Because not every song on there might not be a full R&B record.
Right.
So you pick out your songs. Boom, 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 boom. Let me throw Benny Knees on here. Let me throw this on here. Let me throw Sweet Lady on here. Let me throw this on here. And stuff. And I'm saying, these are like your love music.
Right, that talks about
stuff.
one person.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
talks
like
about
you
your
in the
love for your partner. Yeah.
You in that. What makes, and then if a Christian person, these is for the people that's that's churchy ears. Churchy ears. That's what I'm talking to. If Diedrich Hatton or Marvin Sapp or whoever, Fred Hammond, did these same records, because they love, gospel artists love doing cover music. They love doing cover music. So if they took those same songs and was like, okay, well, y'all don't want to listen to it, I'ma sing it, and then y'all listen to it. What makes it different? Because now there's a gospel artist behind it now.
I don't think there's a difference.
I don't
think
think
it's a song you probably shouldn't, like, if you feel that strongly about it, you should listen to it no matter who sings it, because, like, for me, it would be, like I said, what is the rest of your music about? Because I'm not finna, like, support one song, because that one song, I'm still supporting you. As an artist, I'm supporting everything you do as a person. Just because, you know what I'm saying, yeah, this one song might be, you know what I'm saying, fundamentally Christian, you know what I'm saying, nothing wrong with it. You're not talking about nothing. You just talk about, you know what I'm saying, you got a wife, you just telling her you love her. You know what I'm saying, there's nothing, dirty in there, you know what I'm saying, it's just a nice, good, wholesome love song. But the rest of your songs, or majority of your songs, is not. So for me as a person, I can't listen to that song because I know I'm still supporting you.
So
and your other.
What if that song, that person that sang that song, is also singing your favorite Disney song?
Yeah, that's what. That goes back to the beginning of what I was saying. It is yeah.
Like you did what? Now you're not singing the Disney song. You're not gonna support the Disney songs because now this artist also has. Other music, but you singing it.
I am.
You singing Kim Possible. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me, and everything else. Or you might be singing Hannah Montana. And the next thing you know, this is the same girl that got J's on my feet.
I'm not singing Hannah.
I'm just saying, like you singing these songs by the same artist. So I feel like it's still. I could take this one song, and it's for me, because when you talk about us, so as for me, I can take this one song out of your category and leave the rest on the shelf and not think twice about it and stuff. Like, I don't like the project, but I like this song. Just like any gospel artist. I don't like every gospel album that comes out.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But these songs speak to me. These songs I can get with. I'm good. Let me take these, the 1 through 5, go back on the shelf. And don't think twice about it because it's in my playlist. So my playlist ain't going to jump from that song to now your category.
Well, it might. So I listen to Spotify. So Spotify, if y'all want to sponsor, has the option so you can shuffle. Or they have that new option where it has, I forgot what it's called. But basically they throw other songs in there that's related to your playlist. Or the songs that you can possibly add. They're not in your song, but they songs that they think that you may like that's based on your playlist. The next thing you know what I'm saying, if you got too many of non-Christian artists, you know what I'm saying, now they throw it in other songs by this person, by other people who are in the same genre as these people. Now you listen to music that, now you gotta go, I don't know what that is.
To answer Chosen's question, like, I think, in my opinion, you said what would make it different from if a gospel artist just redid a regular love song. I think from some Christian perspectives, like, they still want to hear love music or a certain genre of music. So if they already know that this person is a Christian and they are devoted to God, but they just wanted to do a love record just because it's love, I think that will be the reason why, like, that they would listen to a R&B song from a Christian artist. Like, that's what I would think.
Because they're not going that far down the
right.
support
And you know their, well, you don't know their heart, but you know what they stand for. Whereas a secular artist, they could be,
know what they
yeah, exactly. So I think that would be the reason why, like, to answer your question, I think that would be one of the reasons why some Christians might accept it from, just like Yolanda Adams did, I Believe I Could Fly, after R. Kelly had already did it. But I don't know if people accepted it for, I mean, R. Kelly was fine back then, but you know what I mean? But now all of these Christians singing I Believe I Could Fly because Yolanda Adams sung it. So I think that would be the reason why. And I think that they would look at it that it's different because they know that this person, like, they're connected by God. They know that this person supposedly loves God, and you know, they're openly saying like they're Christian. And
if you're connected with God and all this other stuff, why take that song then to remake? If God is love and God is this, and you want to say this is why you're doing the X, why then go over into that lane to take from it to bring it over here?
Because maybe they felt like
the same way we feel.
No.
I like the song and I want to remake it.
Or even like
this is my favorite song. Let me remake it.
Trinity, what is it? Trinity
5-7.
They redid Love.
They redid the whole album was a remake of every song
of Music Soul Child.
Yes.
See, I don't know the whole.
The whole album was that. They did a Destiny Child remake. They did, but I'm saying by you saying, because if you're an artist. Right. You have the ability to create.
You can create your own love song.
You can create. Mm-hmm. So by you having the knowledge and saying, oh, I want to remake and bring that song from over there to over here, that means it was in you that you like that song, because you're not going to just remake any song. So that means you like that song enough that it did something to you that made you say, oh, I'm about to go to the booth and I'm going to remake it over here.
Right. So I could get some of this.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, I don't like when anybody remix a worldly song. If you are a Christian artist and you're called to be a Christian artist, there is no reason, which there was a video I seen that was talking about this. I should have saved it. For you to use anything the world got. Like, you know what I'm saying? That you shouldn't be remixing anything of the world. If God has called you to be in this space, God is going to give you all your songs. Like, there should be at any time that you hear a song that of the world and you be like, oh, let me remix this Megan Thee Stallion song to be Christian, you know?
Yes. Because, like, even with us, like I just said from the beginning, like, I can listen to these records and get what I need to get from it to combat whatever it is that y'all doing out here without creating what y'all doing out here. You can go through UHG's catalog, go look it on Spotify, anywhere music is streaming, UHG Music, thank y'all. But you can look it up.
Definitely on Spotify.
You can look it up and go through the category.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
You can go through the list. It's not going to sound anything like what's out here. But the words is combating what's out here. I don't need to bring in y'all beats. I don't need to bring in y'all rhyme. I know how to rhyme. I know how to rap. I don't need to sound like you. Lyrics is lyrics. They not gonna listen to it and be like, oh, yo, you ain't do it because you ain't do this number the bubbly. They not gonna say that. They gonna be like, hey, okay, he rapping. The beat nice, he rapping. So I don't need to sound like you. I don't need to go over there and get nothing from y'all. Cause me personally, I think I'm 10 times better than 99.999% of y'all anyways. And stuff when it comes to this pen game. But, so, I don't need to take, but I'm just saying, like, for an artist to go over there and be like, oh, I want to remake this. For Yolanda Adams to say, I want to create, I want to redo I Believe I Can Fly. That means I Believe I Can Fly spoke to her for her to bring it back over.
Yeah, either that or enough people heard it, and she was like,
I want some of that check.
I want some of that.
Type stuff.
Let me remix it, and then they go hear, you know what I'm saying, it's a song they like, so they go listen to it because it's a remix of a song they like, and then if they like my remix, then they may go to my category and my catalog and listen to some of my original songs because you like my remix that I did off of the worldly song, and they use it as a bridge to try to get them over here. But I feel like, yeah, if you're called to do music, why are you taking somebody else
biting? That's what you called it back in the day.
Yeah,
you biting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely it's, I feel like it's a heart posture at the end of the day. You know what you can do and what you can't do, just like you know where you can go and can't go. And stuff, like, it's the same thing. Like, if you know, like, yeah, you got a drinking problem, why would you go around where there's just an open bar? Right. And stuff. So I feel like it's the same way. Like, you know what music that's going to keep you over here and not all the way over there and stuff. Like, at the end of the day, you know you.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's two. So I had two videos I saved. I feel like one of them kind of goes with what we're already talking about, so we can flow into that instead of the first one I have, because the first one is. I'll say that for the next one. That daddy wild.
Sure, maybe that one might be the only video then. If it's gonna be one of them.
That daddy wild.
Let's just worship Jesus. He is so good. Between every song is not flowing in the spirit. It is unpreparedness dressed in spiritual language. And the congregation feels the difference even when they do not have the words for it. Here is what nobody says out loud. The atmosphere in the room does not drop because you chose the wrong songs. It drops in the gaps. It drops in the 30 seconds between songs where a worship leader has not thought about what that moment requires. The transition is not a break in worship. The transition is the worship. And there are 4 types you need to know. The silent transition, where you lead the room with your posture, not your words. The musical transition, where the band bridges from one song to the next without stopping. The spoken transition, where one sentence builds the theological bridge between 2 songs. And the prayer transition, where the prayer becomes the door into the next song. 4 tools, every service, every gap. Stop spinning space.
So yeah, so basically what she's talking about is praise and worship when it goes from a song to a song, right? Mm-hmm. That break between each song, you know what I'm saying, that people are not, that worship leaders are not taking the time to really figure out how to make it flow so it doesn't like disturb what's going on in the room. Right.
I done said this a lot at a lot of churches to a lot of praise and worship teams and stuff. As a drummer and as an artist point of view, when it comes to me playing the drums, this is not arrogance, this ain't nothing like that. But I know how to play under the anointing and stuff. Like, I play under the anointing. I can feel when the spirit needs to shift, even if nobody else, like, the band might not feel it and stuff. Like, okay, it's a shifting that's happening here and stuff. Maybe we don't need to rush it. We might not need to rush this song. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or it might not even be made to be a full play. I might not play the full set. Like, okay, something that's happening here, I just need cymbals. Something that's happening here, I just need bass. I just need my toms and stuff. And I feel like that comes with like practicing, but also it's like almost like it's like almost owning your craft almost and stuff like that. So I feel like as a worship leader, if you don't know, you can YouTube it and try to see other worship leaders. Cause I be telling them like, hey, it sounds like y'all singing with tracks when y'all not singing with tracks.
Right.
And stuff like it cuts off.
Yeah, because you're singing exactly
Yes.
what you hear on the radio.
Yeah, and then it cuts off, and then, all right, yeah. Like it's a concert, and then here come the next song and stuff. Like somebody about to press play, and then here come the next song.
Yeah, you basically introducing every single song.
Yeah, every song you're going to introduce.
Yeah,
and that's
like
why I be telling.
Yeah, like you're basically performing at that point. Like it's a concert.
Like I be telling them like there's songs where you can chop to have as fillers. You got songs like Anthem. You don't have to sing the whole Anthem song, but if it's a worship, if it's flowing, it's fillers that you can just be already in place that you can just throw in between and stuff like that. And then, like I said, sometimes the song ain't made to be rushed to cut off. Sometimes you might just be like, you know what? Something is happening here. The band plays. Just let the band play. And we just worship, and then we might bring it back in from the hook and continue on. Or something is happening here where I feel like the music is starting to overshadow what God is trying to do. So sometimes the band needs to fade out.
Right, that silence.
That silent worship. That band needs to fade out. Because I feel like so many times churches and also just believers, period, they rely on that band to drive that feeling. If the drum ain't hitting, then I feel like I'm not there and stuff. So I feel like they use that as almost as a crush. So sometimes you have to pull back for you to get that true worship.
Right.
That okay, I don't need at this point the songs y'all singing. I don't need that. Like I'm here, me and God, and I can worship in this silent moment and stuff, and it's still impact. And then you can bring it back in and still build it back up and go back into it and stuff like that. But I do feel like a lot of worship leaders, I'm not gonna say they like seat fillers, but they don't know how to do it and stuff, so they just don't do it instead of maybe practicing and stuff. Or I don't know if it's the stage fright that gets you off, or
right, they'll want to talk
without what
like,
it is, or you feel like they not gonna get with it. But I feel like then that goes back into the concert mode. Right. Because my worship ain't dictated on what y'all doing. So if I gotta close my eyes, if I gotta lift my head, I'm singing, I'm on here to give God glory. Right. I don't care if you clap or not. If you missed the boat, you missed the boat. If you want to sit there and with your arms folded and don't want to participate, that's between you and God. But I feel like you gotta almost train yourself to tune that stuff out.
Yeah. We could go back and forth. You know, want to
I think from my perspective, like as far as like exhortation and things of that nature, like listen, at home, in the bathroom, and if my kids are there, like I don't know, it just comes naturally. Like I'm praising God, I'm saying what I'm feeling and all of those things. However, Sunday morning when we get up on that platform, for some reason it won't come out. And it's not that I don't want to do it. I do want to do it because that's what I do at home, but sometimes it just won't come out. And I think sometimes that's why they do have those fillers, because sometimes just by you saying Jesus' name, things, the atmosphere shifts. So I don't know if I get what she's saying. I can understand what she's saying, like stop filling spaces. But I think those spaces need to be filled until you know how to worship in spirit and truth. You know what I mean? Like, and not be afraid to do it. And it's fear, like I'm reading that comment right there. Like, fear is a big thing, especially when, like, again, just from my perspective, from being up there and all of these eyes are on you and some of these faces, and just like, I don't know, I know you're supposed to tune them out. I don't look at them. I've learned to not look at them, but that's not to say that I still don't feel something when I get up there, if that makes sense. So like, I feel like with those fillers, as long as like, or maybe you should be asking God, like, Father God, help me to worship you in front. Let me be bold and courageous in front of everybody. Let me not be afraid. Like, but I don't think they should stop doing it. You know what I mean? Like, don't, like she said, stop filling space.
Right. So
but
I think it's more of, so she's trying to, I think what she's trying to get across is the type of filler, right? It's not eliminating a filler. It's choosing the right filler. So sometimes it is quiet, right? The filler you need is nothing but people worshiping, the sound of worship. That's it. Or it's, you know what I'm saying, being able to, it's bridging the songs.
yeah, but that's also something you need to learn though, right? And until you learn it, wouldn't you have to? You see what I'm saying? Like
I feel like a lot of the issue, like for me, like especially when it comes, when it comes to the smaller churches, I feel like a lot of I think it comes down more of the song choices, because being a musician and somebody who does music and has to really listen to every single part of a song, I don't think they. I feel like the worship leader isn't doing that, and I feel like that's where the disconnect is, because
that they're not leading worship.
No, that they're not paying attention to the song, to the microscopic point.
Oh, okay, I see.
So like you pick a song because you like a song. Okay, I'm gonna do this song. I like that song. Then we gonna go here. I like that song, and then we're gonna go here. Like this is a high. We're gonna go get a little low. Then we might drop and then go back high, depending on how y'all structure your church. So y'all choose songs that is high, medium, low. Like, I don't think they really pay attention to, okay, what key is your high song in? What key is your medium song in? What key is your low song in? Because if the key in your high song is nowhere near the key in your medium song, and your medium song is nowhere near the key of your low song, you can't bridge that for real. It's going to be a harsh break in there where it's going to be noticeable that the song changed completely because the key is too different. Like, I feel like they don't pay attention to, okay, this is in the key of E. Okay, is there a song that we can also sing that is either in the key of E or close to the key of E or share similar keys? That way when you do a transition, whether it's silent or you go right into the next song or it's just song, you know what I'm saying, there's no break in there. You know what I'm saying? Unless the song, you know what I'm saying, needs a break. And it's like, oh, okay, let's give God a, you know what I'm saying, before you go into your next one. You know what I'm saying? If that's what's needed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like if you're doing an opener. Like, if you open with music, I feel like, yeah, you should probably stop after the first song. And, you know what I'm saying, engage the audience, you know what I'm saying, before you get back in. But once you get back in, like, if you choose a song that flows better, like, it's going to come. So whether the music playing and the keys just go right into the next song, like, you won't really know enough for it to be like, all right, we just switched to another song.
And I feel like I played for a lot of churches, and I've been to a lot of rehearsals, and I feel like just the praise and worship team, period, the singers, the band, all that, they don't practice that in rehearsal.
Right, the transitions.
Yeah, they just sing. They just go over the song. All right, we're gonna go to the next song. All right, we're gonna go to the next song. So y'all don't sing it as if y'all singing it for the congregation and be like, okay, 'cause in practice, just like as we rehearse for songs, we might go through a song and they're in the middle of us performing our song or going through the tracks and stuff like that. I might be like, hey, at this part, just give me some strings. Just give me about 10, 15 minutes of just the string before this next record come in. Because I'm going to talk, but it's going to help build that next record that's coming in. But it's not a dead silent where it seems like I'm up here just talking to y'all. You still in the flow of what just happened, and now you anticipating what's about to happen and stuff because the build-up is there. And I feel like when people rehearse, they just rehearse. We're going to go over these songs. We're going to take an hour to go over these, and then we're going to introduce, I'm going to play y'all these songs, and we're going to try to see if we can get these songs, and then we're going to dismiss. You never rehearsed the fillers. You never rehearsed the worship moments and stuff. Or you never just rehearsed. I mean, not rehearsed, but y'all never just worshipped. Sometimes, instead of praying silently, if you have a band, I understand if you don't have a band. If you don't have a band, you can still do this. But just play. Just play and pray, and then just open and just worship. You ain't gotta have nothing. Just thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you, Heavenly Father. We love you, Lord. We love you, God. Now you building it up. Now it's stirring something up in you that you like, okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. And now you getting into that mode of, okay, now let's present this to God, regardless of who's here, because we already know when nobody had rehearsal. And we seen what it did. I felt it. You felt it. We all felt it. God moved in this rehearsal. So if you keep practicing and you keep putting instilling that into your rehearsals, then it's gonna become normal at that point.
Right.
So now when you get on stage at on Sunday, you like, okay, we done did it without everybody. So it don't matter what they doing. We're here. We know what we here. And stuff. So I feel like you have to, like, if you want to step into that role of worship leader and stuff, you have to then own that craft of you being a worship leader, just like a pastor. You can't say you're a pastor then you don't study. You're not getting, you just gonna just come up here and just wing it every Sunday, then freestyle every Sunday and stuff, or you just pick scriptures because they feel good to you and stuff. Like, it's the same thing. Just like playing an instrument, just like doing anything, you have to own your craft and study your craft and help and try to build your craft if you want to be in that role.
Right. Yeah. And then for me as an artist, sooner or later, you either go embrace what you have called to do, as far as everything that entails. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I first started doing music, I wasn't really talking. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really introducing the songs. I wasn't trying. Look, man, let me go up here, hit play, so I can
get up and get down.
So I can do the song and we can leave. You know what I'm saying? But you won't grow in your walk unless you just be like, you know what? It comes with the job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't just get up here and just do a song and then leave. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's nobody. It doesn't make for a good concert. Like, yeah, that's this open mic behavior. Like, unless I want to graduate from open mic nights to doing a concert, I gotta add more to it than just coming up here, singing what I wrote, and then going to sit back down. All right.
Hot takes.
Cue the transition.
Thanks.
Hot takes.
Okay. It says tithing 10% isn't actually a New Testament requirement. What do y'all feel about that?
So they saying tithing 10% is an Old Testament thing and not a New Testament thing? Mm-hmm. I don't think that's true.
So,
Well, wait, hold
God
on, wait,
said-
dang it, hold on.
Wait. We're just saying if we agree with this, because this
Yeah,
is hot
like
takes, right? This is not.
so
This is not Bible, like okay.
Yeah.
Jesus came and said, I am not here to abolish the law, but to fulfill it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, I do feel like when it comes down to tithes and offering, if you don't have it,
It's a hard posture.
right, it's a heart posture. And then he also says that, you know, it's a cheerful giver. Like, if you going to be up here and you all of your feelings, don't do it. Because you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
You're doing it for the wrong reason.
Right, why you even giving? You're not even happy about this. God said you know what I'm saying, be a cheerful.
Or you doing it
giver.
as if it was a job.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to do 10%.
Yeah, like I'm supposed to.
Yeah, what you putting up here? Because I was supposed to.
Yeah. You know, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it goes back to, you know, y'all don't go to Soma, but, you know, like, you know, because they was talking about that in church, you know what I'm saying, like he, like for the pastor, like, you know what I'm saying, he told God that he's going to start with 10%, but as long as you increase my finances, I would then increase the 10%. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you keep increasing my money, you know what I'm saying, I would then, you know what I'm saying, like I think he said his goal was to give 90% of his paycheck and keep 10% and live off of 10%. You know what I'm saying? Like that's him and his wife goal is to be able to live off 10% of their income and give the 90% back to God. You know, and I feel like that's really what it's about, is like, what is God saying? You know, now if you don't have 10%, you know what I'm saying, I don't think God wants you to, you know what I'm saying,
That's one I gave 2.
right, put yourself in a situation that you're not supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was a video a while ago I was watching, and she said she went to this conference and she had this money that was supposed to be for rent, and the person up there was like, you know what I'm saying, give
Oh, I
this.
told you, yeah, I seen that,
and
yeah.
she was like,
and the
that's
check
what I
wasn't
got. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, she got evicted because she ain't had the money to pay her rent, because, you know, somebody else talked her into giving up her rent money. And that's not what God wanted, for you to give up your rent money. He wanted you to be able to
be a good steward.
Right, be a good steward, you know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do, and also be able to.
So do we got to say this is, that we agree with that or disagree?
Right.
I think we're just
Or we just conversating
talking
about it?
about it.
Conversation.
Okay. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like it's the same like with the sacrificing. Like the Old Testament, you gave your bulls, your goats, and everything else, and your first and stuff like that, and then like it slowly transitioned into, all right, now I don't have to have this huge sacrifice ritual to please God, or to be able to see God when He ripped the veil. I don't have to prove myself to the priest that I'm clean or whatever it is and stuff like that. So I feel like it's that like my 2% might hit more than your 10%, because
Right.
my income ain't your income.
Right.
And stuff, and my household ain't your household. So, but my heart, that God knows that this is really what I have, and what I have, you can have, and stuff. So, yeah, but I ain't here to preach though.
Yeah, I think that's the important part of it. Like, I feel like some people, they say they don't have it, but they did end up spending money on stuff they didn't necessarily need. Like, they spent money on some coffee or some, like, extra stuff that they didn't need, and then they get to church with $10 left, and they like, oh, I don't have it. It's like, you could have, in theory, had something to give, right? Versus that person who's like, I all my money went to my bills. I really don't have it. Like, God is not going, I feel like he's not going to get mad at you because you don't have it. Like, you really, really don't have it. Versus you had it, but you didn't necessarily want to give it. You wanted to spend it on your own thing. So.
And you can put that 10% into something else. Like, God, I didn't have it physically, but I'm going to take this time out, and this is your time. I'm going to spend this time with, I'm going to turn the TV off, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to spend time with you, and this is me giving you back.
Yeah, financially, I can't help you.
Yeah, but financially, I can't help you, even though you don't need it financially. Right. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hurry up and put these kids down, and God is me and you. And stuff, and this is where I can give back at. Or, you know what, I can't do X, Y, and Z, but I'm going to go to the church, and I'm going to see if they need me to clean, or they need me to do this, or if I can bring in, next time I might bring in, I don't have that much, but I can bring in a jar of coffee or a tea, or, you know what I mean? And I can give back that way. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be...
I don't got cash, I got food stamps, Jesus.
Yeah. Got some clothes I can give away.
Right.
And stuff, like, so I feel like it's just all about your heart at the end of the day. If you're doing it in the right spirit, God's gonna honor it, and he's gonna bless that regardless, because then he's gonna be like, okay, you wanted to give, you didn't have it to give, so now I'm gonna make a way where you can now eventually get to that point.
Okay. The next one says Christians shouldn't celebrate Santa during Christmas.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I don't celebrate Santa, period. I work too hard. I work too hard for you to think.
You taking credit.
Yeah, and I ain't got a fireplace.
Yeah, how you
I ain't got no fireplace.
Listen.
And the dog ain't bark.
Right.
The dog bark for the
Santa could give a book.
I'm weak as yeah. Santa ain't getting no credit for me.
A book.
No.
Santa ain't
Everything
getting,
else comes from parents. Santa could give a
Santa
book.
ain't getting nothing from me. And I'm going to sit you down before I give you my gift and let you know why you got this gift. And why we're
Yes,
here.
and you still explain that, but then, like, so, I mean...
To believe in Santa Claus is
Not saying to believe.
Is to... Because who got to believe it? Who gave the book?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I look at it from the kids' perspective and, like, what they see. Like, that's what they see. That's what they know. Yes, we still sit them... because we still sit them down and we still tell them Christmas is not about gifts. Christmas is about the birth of Christ.
Yeah, see,
like,
I'm not sitting you down to explain Christmas. I'm sitting you down to let you know Santa Claus is not... That ain't a dude. He existed in the past. That man died. He ain't Jesus. He's dead, and that's where he's gonna stay. There's no white man. There's whatever color you want to make him out to be. There's no white fat man bringing you anything in this house. Anything,
Man.
all right. That's a spirit, and it doesn't sound like a good one. It ain't coming to my house. Like, he's not real, because now you got to believe that this man is real, and then you got to explain how he lived for so long. And now you giving him Jesus.
I don't know, but everybody look at it differently, because, like, I don't see it like that. Like, I don't see it as this man done lived all of these centuries. Like, I just see it as
now
it's very surface for
this
me.
man is getting more praises than what I do for you.
Yeah.
You get more praises because now you want to see what Santa got you and all this other stuff. My gifts don't even matter no more, because you want to see what Santa gave you.
That's why Santa just gives us a book
and stuff. But Santa don't need nothing underneath this tree.
Because then you gotta...
Santa ain't give me this job.
But,
it's the kids' imagination for me.
My thing is, what are you imagining, though? You're imagining
They see all of this.
a bearded fat man doing something that is
illegal,
humanly impossible.
And it's illegal. You're breaking in people's houses.
You breaking in people's houses.
Yes.
Please don't watch this around y'all kids because they about to mess it up if y'all kids believe it.
Unfiltered Christians.
The kids might not be ready. Don't watch it around your kids.
Unfiltered. So okay. Then let's just go ahead and let's go down this lane then. So if you're going to say, don't let your kids listen to this, it's going to tarnish them.
No.
Right? It's going to tarnish their dreams and their imagination that Santa, there's nothing wrong with it and right? Then you can't get mad when they throw the LGBTQ stuff in these kids TV shows.
What?
You can't be mad that if they start throwing stuff, you said the kids shouldn't be listening to this because this might do X, Y, and Z.
No, like if
they might not be ready to hear this.
Not that they're not ready to hear it. It's the protecting the innocence of like what they get enjoyment and fulfillment from it. Like me as a child, we never had Santa. We never had Santa like Santa brought you this or Santa brought you that. It was never that. However, like
What'd you say?
No, but it also wasn't presented to me in that way. But it's the way it's presented, it's just, I don't know if my parents told me like he wasn't real. I've never believed in Santa. I never wanted anything for Santa, but some reason our kids did. I mean, and I don't know if it's from school. Like, think about it. They're at school for 8 hours a day. This is this many days to count down. Santa's coming. Like, and not everybody believes that. Totally understand. But not everybody is ready for their child to not know that. That's why I said don't watch this with your kids because they might not be ready for their kids to not know that he's not real.
That's just like if you turn on the TV, you can't dictate. You can say all day, they shouldn't have put the lesbian couple inside Buzz Lightyear. They did. We ain't gonna act like it don't exist. Whether your kid ready to see it or you didn't talk to your kid about it or whatever, it is what it is at the end of the day. So Santa Claus being a fictional character at the end of the day is what it is. He don't exist. He didn't do anything to participate in this. So why am I now acknowledge him and giving him credit for something that he didn't do?
I think
now I'm making him bigger than the program.
But then that makes you think about Batman, Superman, all of these superheroes that are not real that kids look up to.
And you're not about to jump off the roof of my house and think you about to fly off.
You can like Spider-Man. Yeah. You can like Santa Claus. If you want to like Santa Claus, that is fine with you.
You can like Santa Claus.
It is not a real.
But I'm not about to go
not
out.
saying that it's not
I'm not
real,
about to go out and
just
shop for Santa.
Because at this point at what point do it not become an idol?
Everything is an idol. Like, I'm sorry. Everything, especially in the time that we are living in right now, heck, people's phones are their idols. Like, everything is an idol. It's just about how much you intake and that's where that discernment and stuff comes in. But if I'm looking at it maybe because like I work around kids and kids sometimes don't have a lot to hope for. Not talk about kids in church, just kids in general. They don't have a lot to hope for. And that is a time where they hope for things and they get things from Santa. Like, just think about the kids in the foster homes and things like that in the shelters. Like, Santa came and brought all of these gifts. It's a hope. It's a
So if they would have transitioned and took Santa off and you name it Lucifer.
Why you like?
No, because this is what it is. So if you take that off and then you put this name up there and you say, because at this point in time of the year, he gives back to the kids.
No,
He
because
gifts
Lucifer
to the
is
kids.
Lucifer.
No,
though.
he's not who. No,
But we don't, like, at the end of the day, St. Nicholas, we don't know what that man's lifestyle was. We just know once a year in his little town, he dropped off some gifts.
Gifts, yes.
To little kids.
Exactly.
We don't know how he lived the rest of the 365 days of the year. That man can raise hell. Where did they get Krampus from? You know what I'm saying? That man had
Somebody's
to come,
evil imagination.
That man had to
or
come
whatever.
from something. But my thing is,
Good imagination, bad imagination.
you have the opportunity to, you're allowing them to put hope in something that is fictional. So I understand the joy is like, oh, the kids allow them to have it, but at the end of the day, you are unwillingly training them to be able to put their faith in something that is man-made.
that might not happen.
And yeah,
We
you know what
can
I'm saying?
agree
Because
to
the
disagree,
moment,
'cause that ain't-
Because if a kid,
because what if Santa don't show up?
yeah,
You know what I'm
a
saying?
kid can write down the list. Especially
That's-
if you go in these group homes, these kids have lists. Now when you go in there, they'll tell you, look, they got some stuff. Do your best. Just get them something nice. Just you look on them lists and stuff. I done been there with my dad. We done did it. It be stuff that most kids really want. I want the Tonka Troy. I want Santa to bring me this. I want Santa to bring me that. And some of the stuff be out of a human's thing. I just want to get adopted. I want Santa to bring me a family. I want Santa to bring me a dog. I get lonely at night. I wish I had a friend. I wish I had this. They are putting all their eggs into this one basket that's hoping that this year, this man will bring them something. Instead of saying, look, the reason why we got this tree, these gifts, it ain't even because of my job. It ain't because of none of this. Because, truth be told, I should have been laid off. Everybody else got laid off, I should have been laid off. God did X, Y, and Z. God is the reason we're here. This is why all this is here. I was able, because of him, to do this. Like, I'm not giving the credit and this list and this hope that you gonna write this list down and be crushed when you go and wake up in the morning and find out your puppy not there. Because you can't have a dog here.
Then you got to explain why Santa Claus didn't bring you.
Yeah, or you
what was
didn't get
actually
the
on your
bike.
list.
And then you didn't get this, or you didn't get that. Now your dreams is crushed. Now you upstairs pouting and crying and wondering why Santa never showed.
Yeah, now I got to try to convince you that, look, Santa felt like the gifts you get, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, now I gotta come up with some type of story.
to make sure you don't lose your hope
In this man.
in Santa Claus. Because the moment Santa Claus fails you, which is go happen, you see it in every movie, you see it in every cartoon, you know what I'm saying? Santa Claus will fail you, and now I gotta try to convince you not to lose hope in something you should not have put your hope in to begin with.
And I don't think nobody asking Santa for a book.
You give me a book, you take that back. Even if you was real, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna punch you in the face. I didn't ask for
I
that.
didn't ask for no book. Pajamas.
Yeah, none of this is what I asked.
I wanted a Huffy with 2 pigs on it.
Every year, all I wanted was a projector. I ain't never got one
Nope.
until I was old enough to buy one myself.
You ain't want nothing else.
Man, I just want just give me a projector. I know who buying it. This man ain't real. Father, projector. That's all I want. But I get it. But at the same time, there's way more work into convincing a kid to constantly believe in a man that doesn't exist than it is to just simply explain to them that this is what happens.
But this is your Christian perspective. This is your Christian worldview perspective. I'm talking about in general, the
Right.
world.
So if you, in general, you don't got
those kids
Yeah.
before.
Right.
That's what they're introduced to. So that's why I was saying for my kids, because when they went to school and they were introduced to that.
But just
But we
because you
still set
introduce
them-
something doesn't give you the right to continue to introduce it to them. They get introduced to a lot of stuff in school that you nip in the bud, that you correct, that you take away, and stuff like that. So why is it that when it's this, it's a pass?
It's not even necessarily that, for one, it's a pass, but from my standpoint, and we sit our kids down and we tell them, that's where I'm okay with it, because no, they didn't believe that Santa brought X, Y, and Z. They got a book from Santa because you should be reading. So go read for 10 minutes a day. You got a book. Santa brought you a book. You can bake him some cookies, drink the milk. Okay. It's from a child's perspective, it's just something that they hope for, and it begins young. It's not even just Christian, or it's just it's how they put Christmas out there. It's commercials, it's all of this other stuff, and like, oh my God, we get to go see Santa. Not for our family and household, it wasn't like that. I'm just saying that I'm not putting my hope in this man or in Santa. I'm explaining to my kids what the real reason is, and yeah, they might have got a book from Santa. That's all of that I'm saying for me and what I do. That's why I said, and so many people want their kids to still believe. Even Christians. Even Jay. I don't know what. Some years ago, she did not believe at all. Then all of a sudden, she started believing again. Where is this coming from? But I don't know. I think kids look at it differently from our adult perspective. We've been adults for a long time. Like, we hope and want for different things now. We've been adults for a long time. However, like, when you're a kid, it's magical. They're doing all of this stuff in school. You can't help it. For real. It's almost like you can't get around it. But that's why you are supposed to sit your kids down and you are supposed to explain, this is not a holiday for getting gifts. That's not what this is about. Now, you might get some gifts, but at the end of the day, this is not what it's about. It's about the birth of Christ.
But it feels contradicting at the same time. If I sit you down and I tell you this is what it is, but then after I'm done, I'm like, but Santa gave you this, though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what we do. What do you?
And I don't like it.
But I'm saying, even us getting the kids gifts for Christmas though, but I'm saying, that ain't what it's about. But we still get them gifts. So what if we are still getting them gifts for this Christmas holiday? What's wrong with Santa giving them books?
They can see me. They see me getting up at 4 a.m, going to work, coming back at 5 a.m. They see me doing these things. Where does Santa come into play where he feel like he has to get credit for the hard work that I put in all year?
We can agree to disagree.
Well, yeah, but no, okay. My thing is, take our violence. I've told her from day one. I tell her every year, every second, since she was born, there's no Santa Claus. We're not going to believe in this dude. He existed, absolutely. He's a real person that lived and breathed. That man, there's no the way they portray him. That's not Santa Claus. Because at the end of the day, because like I said, it's not about the story. Yes, it's very entertaining. You could go out and you could do all the Christmas things you want to do. You could color pictures and participate in whatever Christmas activity the world want to do. But at the end of the day, I need you to understand that this person isn't real. There's no man flying around the world delivering presents to every boy and girl underneath the sun. There are kids that are not getting gifts. You know what I'm saying? Every household ain't finna get a present. And you're born in a household where, you have the privilege of maybe getting something, which is a maybe, because I didn't always celebrate the whole Christmas thing. I didn't always put up a tree. that's more of a common thing now that she's old enough to kind of fully kind of understand that, look, this is us. You know, there's no man putting this tree together. There's no man buying nothing. There's nobody coming down the chimney. We don't even got a chimney. There's no man that's going to enter this house and deliver anything for you. You see a man in this house, you better scream and call on the name of Jesus, because that is nothing that should be in this house. We believe in God. God provides and take care of everything we need. If you want to believe that somebody magically put a present underneath this tree, Jesus did. Because I am a non-graduate and make way more money than most non-graduates make. If you want to believe that somebody magically put this underneath a tree, his name is Jesus. And that's who magically put these presents underneath this tree. Because that's the person who magically gave me my career to be able to buy these presents and put this underneath the tree. You know, believe in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, this is fun. It's a great time. I love Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The music is great. You know what I'm saying? It's a very festive year. I enjoy it. But at the end of the day, I need you to fundamentally understand that this man is not that. You know, yes, he lived, and I think it was like Norwegia, whatever he was from, Norway or something like that. And yes, you know what I'm saying, he went and he did that, and he did a good deed. He died, he passed away, and now he will wait for Judgment Day. You can meet him one day, probably. You know, once everything is over, you can run up to him and say, "What's up, man?" But you know, other than that,
what's up, man?
You know, this man ain't that.
And in my closing, that's like Frosty.
Yeah,
like what if a kid go out there and roll the thing, build his snowman, get the top hat, get the broomstick, and then now they wait for happy birthday to happen, and then it's nothing. And you looking at your kid out the window, they looking like, why Frosty ain't coming?
Then you got the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, it's a like, you can have an imagination. You can have an imagination and stuff as a kid. We had imagination where you act like you had food on your plate and then wasn't nothing on there, but you was eating and you act like you was in the house and all that other stuff, or you have fake food. You just thump and stuff. So you can have your imagination.
We used to go outside and pluck those little things off, act like it's weed, so we can play cops and robbers.
Yeah,
so,
we just went way dark.
My goodness, you can enjoy.
Wait, where we went from food to okay?
You can enjoy the festivities.
We play hard.
What Christmas is.
That's what y'all was imagining. No Santa. Y'all imagining we getting weeks.
That's what's going on. We stayed in the hood. What are you talking about? We know what's going on in the hood.
My God.
We know what the cops is chasing you down for, brother.
I'm weak. Jesus.
Oh, man.
Oh, I feel like this went on for a long enough time.
Yeah,
we don't need 5 for this session.
Another successful episode.
Yay.
Do your
Papa bottles.
Anyway, I am the chosen one.
It's D. It's Jazz.
It's your boy Christian.
And we are the No Filter Christians.
We're supposed to say it all together.
If you're tired of the fake, tired of the script, then buckle up, fam. This is No Filter Christians.